Leslie Ward, otherwise known as Les Ward, was born in Weston in 1913. At the age of 16, he took over the operation of the family farm on Brooklyn Street upon the death of his father, Bruce.
My father took over the farm when his father died in the 20s, and he run it right through to the 80s. Anyway, he had a mixed farm. He had horses, cattle, poultry, all that. Anyway, so he had horses way back, and he needed them to pull the spray gear for the apples, cut the hay, all that. We had all those.
Les built a racetrack on part of his family farmland where he could train his horses, several which enjoyed their share of success on maritime racetracks.
Well, as I can remember when I was very young, my father and mother went to Middleton, and they had the harness racing track just outside of Middleton, and that was the first time I remember of the horses. And they used to go there, and they loved going to the races. As time went on, my father bought a racehorse, and from there on he got 2 or 3 more, and as time went on, he was lucky enough to have a champion horse.
Les raised and trained many racehorses during his career, arguably none more famous or successful in competition than Effies Gal, a filly born in Weston in 1978. In 1981, Effies Gal was entered in the Maritime Stakes races for 3-year-old fillies. In order to qualify, horses had to be born and bred in the Maritimes, and their owners had to be members in good standing of the Maritime Harness Racers Association.
He won the 3-year-old champion with his horse, Effies Gal, and they had to race so many races. In each race, wherever they finished, they got points. And at the end of the season, his horse had the most points. It was a horse that he loved, and probably did everything he could. First, training it on his own track was one of the things, and then he took it to Sackville and had a Wayne Rudge, which was a driver, to drive the horse. He wanted to win, that was for sure, but he wanted to win the right way. There were some people that would inject, steroids and stuff to their horses to make them go faster, but he wouldn't stand for that.
He won the championship. That was the top of the thing, and he kept the horses all these years. He used to, what he did, he used to train them, and then he'd take them to the track, and then you'd have to get a driver. And he had one driver that ran one of those 3 runs, and another driver he had was Jason Baxter's father, the guy from TV. He drove it a couple times. So.
Les Ward trained many talented and successful horses over the years, but Effies Gal was by far his best known and most successful. She was a horse with a big heart, never quit in any race, and won many of the races she won by coming from behind in the latter stages of the race. Both Effies Gal and her owner and breeder Les Ward are more than worthy of induction into the Berwick Sports Hall of Fame, and the Hall of Fame is pleased to jointly induct them.